Once you can see beyond the natural to see supernaturally, you have moved from the 2-eye realm and you have activated the extra sensory perceptions of your soul, your spirit, your neshama to the order of the oneness with God.
Jesus.
Okay, so Jesus had 7 eyes. Did I make up that story?
No.
Hey, there's nothing called third eye. There's nothing called that. Your problem is that you are stuck with the definitions of where you picked your rubbish from. You have picked too much rot. Now, once somebody says something, instead of taking time up, what does it mean by third eye? Okay, we are going to pray. It doesn't mean that we are praying Muslims' prayer. It doesn't mean that we are praying the prayer of yoga. It doesn't mean that we are praying the prayer of traditional worshippers. All religions pray. Any person that is spiritual, once he can move beyond this flesh, it takes extra eyes to move in that realm. So third eye is neutral. So when occults are talking about third eye and Christians are talking about third eye, we are not talking about the same thing. The question is, what spirit? Okay, I'm asking you a question. A spirit is inside of me.
Oh, yeah, before.
There's a spirit that lives in me. Question is it Holy Spirit or unholy spirit? But the principle of something in me is the same everywhere.
True. Universal principle.
It was Paul that brought the third eye mystery. It was Paul. In Ephesians 1, the verse 18, I wasn't dealing with it. Let me go that part and then I'll come back. Ephesians 1:18, he said,
The eyes of your understanding
hold
being...
on. The eyes of your what?
Understanding.
Say it again.
The eyes of your understanding.
Being what?
Enlightened.
Say it again.
Being enlightened.
Say it again.
Being enlightened.
Say it for the last time.
Being enlightened. That you may know what is the hope of his calling and what the riches of the glory of his inheritance in the saints.
The eyes of your understanding. I don't want to make this matter up. I want you to hear this. The eyes of your understanding. The eyes of your understanding. This is eyes of your. What is this word? Fifi?
Understanding.
Yes.
It's the same word Dianoia.
Watch this. Dianoia. What is the word Dianoia?
It's the mind as a faculty of understanding.
The mind as a faculty of understanding.
Feeling.
A feeling.
Desiring.
A desiring.
The mind. That is the spirit.
This. Come on.
The mind. That is the spirit. A way of thinking and feeling. Thoughts, either good or bad. Deep thoughts, properly the faculty, the mind or its disposition, by implication, its exercise, imagination, mind, understanding.
Now watch here. People don't get this. Listen. Whilst the Bible talks about vain imaginations, the people imagine a vain thing. There are also people, their imaginations are not vain. Profitable imaginations. Is it now who's already a imagination? Obedient fashion, obedient baby ba. The inner mind, Dianoia. The Noia, the mind. Dia, inner, the within, the mind inside. The eyes of your inner mind. There is, your imagination has eyes.
So the word Dianoia is from the two words dia and then the root word of nous.
Nous.
Dia being through, within,
inside.
and then nous referring to the mind.
The mind.
Comprising the faculties of perceiving, understanding, feeling, judging, and determining.
And now being able to determine. Now watch here. What is the eyes of your understanding? It simply means the eyes of the inner mind.
Okay.
Who told us that our mind has an eye? Paul. Not the outer mind. These are the eyes of the outer mind. This one.
Okay.
They are the eyes of the outer mind.
All right.
But then there is the Dianoia. Not the eyes of your mind. The eyes of your mind is the outer mind. But there is a depth beyond your mind. The within mind. Also referred to as spirit. There is the nous and there is the Dianoia or the Dianous. When your mind, the nous, opens up. Now watch here. So you see, this my eye is connected to my mind. He's not talking about that one. That makes interpretation to this physical world. Then inside my mind, there is the inner mind, and the inner mind is spirit. And this inner mind, which is spirit, which we read, has eyes. So watch here. Is there any reason why Jesus is said to have 7 eyes, and those 7 eyes, they are 7 spirits? The concentrated 7-fold intensification of the Spirit of God in Jesus. Don't let anybody confuse you. Don't be afraid to say third eye. We are not just, you see, third eye is the beginning. Your third eye is the beginning. That is when the inner mind begins to open. But for your information, when you begin to walk in the dimensions of the angelic, the dimensions of the cherubs, in the revelation of Jesus, he said they have eyes all around. They have eyes all around. And he said they have eyes before. He said they have eyes behind. Then he said they have eyes within. What is it? Foresight, hindsight, insight. You believe in insight, but you don't believe in third eye. Insight. There is a sight inside. In seeing, an ability to see inside. And the 4 beasts had each of them 6 wings about him. They were full of eyes within. So did you see? He didn't say they were full of an eye. Please, as we are seated here, some people, they have 144 eyes inside. Let me explain how that happens. This is the reason why, depending on the eye, in the prophetic, let me just explain this and leave. In the prophetic, there is an eye for every navigation.
Pastor Obed, always a blessing.